So we opened up our first location in May 1st of 2000, and in 2003 we ended up purchasing another school called the Orlando City Ballet, and it was a French lady, Beatrice Aldana. She was a French lady but was trained Vaganova, and her students were incredible, were very well trained. But she had cancer, and she came to my parents and said, if you don't take over my school, I will close it because I don't trust anybody else with my kids besides you. So from 2003 till 2006, we had 2 studios. We had the Bumby location and the Winter Springs. And I was the school director of both of them, so I did everything from running all the communications, correspondence, to teaching all the intermediate classes. In 2009, my parents found a new location in Waterford Lakes close to their house, and they decided that they were going to close both studios and just have one convenient one large one. It was a 4,600 square foot space that is very convenient to their house. It's big and they don't need to do the hassle between driving between 2 studios. That was great for them, but it was not okay for me. 9 years of my life went into Bumby, into the old Plaza Theater. So for me, that was not just a studio, that was my second home. It was mostly even my first home because I spent so much time there. I grew up there, and I've raised my students there. I mean, a big chunk, 9 years of your life went into this space. And I was 24 years old, and I stood in front of the doors and begged Mom. I was like, not to close it. Don't close it, it's my home. And she took the keys and said, good luck. And she handed over the studio to me. She took all the students with her. All the older students with her. My oldest student was 12 years old, so of course I couldn't do anything, but it made me, but I'm glad she did. It made me raise my students myself. I had to learn how to build my own clientele and how to raise my own students from where they're at to professionals. And I did not realize that you were able to do that until I started doing it. I did not know how to run a business. I had no idea about business tax and Sun Biz registrations, or a fire marshal that I have to pay for to renew the fire extinguishers. There's many things I did not know, and I paid plenty of fees of them being not updated on time. But again, I was 24 years old, and I ended up blowing up the summer intensive of July of 2009, where I had more students than my parents. And then the next year, by December, I had waiting lists in 4 or 5 of my classes. So my studio started building up more. Then it has got busier more than it has ever been when we ran it together. So my sister found out that my school is succeeding and I'm doing well, and she decided that she wants to be a director too. So she opened up her school in Sarasota in August of 2010, a year after I took over, and now we have 3 locations. We have 3 successful studios, but one big family full of artistic directors, 5 artistic directors in one big family, 3 studios, but 3 totally different businesses. In 2009, knowing that out of my whole family, I have the smallest space studio, because my sister made sure that she opened up her school slightly bigger than mine. Since she's older, she had to have a bigger studio. And then a few years later, I ended up opening up this baby, which is an 8,000 square foot state-of-the-art studio that was one of the largest studios in Central Florida.
So I started with the Russian Ballet Orlando in the summer of 2011. The reasoning being how I kind of fell in love with the school and decided to stay here. I've been here for 9 years now. So I was at a couple other local schools here in the area. Based on the environment, with the cattiness of the students and also just kind of the teachers not really being the most personable for every single student. It just kind of led me to developing a lot of insecurities, led me to not really be, the most confident dancer on stage, in class. When I walked into the doors for the first time and met Katerina Fedotova, the director, she welcomed me in with very big open arms. She made me feel very comfortable around all of the students. She also, just kind of the mentality based on, everything that I told her with my past in the dance studios, I felt very comfortable. I was brought back to my Russian roots and my training. So all around, at the end of that summer intensive, we had a showcase, and I got to dance solos that I never thought I would be able to dance, and decided to stay for the full year based on just what I received within 5 weeks of training from her.
My name is Teresa Carducci-Whitehurst. We've been a part of the Russian Ballet family since 2003. And my daughter was 3 years old when we went by the Russian Ballet when they were over on Bumby Studio, which was about a couple blocks from our house. And we could see them outside from the windows practicing, and my daughter said, "Mom, I want to do that."
What I think that the Academy gives is not only the discipline for a young child, it's a group of friends. You'd come in and see them between their breaks, or when Katerina's working with another group of children, that all they'd be doing are doing their homework and helping each other. It was very much a sense of community and family here.
We still support the business even though my daughter hasn't danced here for 3 years. We're like family. We come to all the performances, especially the Nutcracker, when they do it at the band shell. It's always been something to come and cheer on the kids and watch the families. And even the children, when they're 3 and 4, get to go on the stage, and we just remember our daughter being able to do that.
Hi, I'm Allison Kirby. My daughter, Eliana Kirby, has been coming to Russian Ballet for 11 years now. She's been coming since she was 3, and it's been a great experience for her. She's grown up in this studio with Miss Katerina. She hasn't known anything else except ballet, but the fact that she wants to keep coming back has been just a testament to Miss Katerina and Russian Ballet, and how much of a family that they make it feel here for her. So while she's getting the best dance instruction, she also has a family to come to. Miss Katerina is, she's the heart of this studio, and she cares individually for her students. Like you said, she can be hard on them in the loving way because she wants what's best for them. So, and that's what I think drew us to Russian Ballet versus some other studios, is that she was not, she will tell you, she tells the students exactly what they need to grow. She's not satisfied with them just, doing the bare minimum. She requires a lot of them, and they respect her for that, and I respect her for that, that she wants them to excel. She doesn't want them to just be average, and she cares about them. You can see it when she comes in and she gives them a big hug. They will go through a really hard class, and at the end of it, she always would end it with having the girls come up. At the end of every class, when I pick Eliana up, it's always, "Okay guys, come on in," and she does a big group hug at the end of every class, because she wants them to know how much that she cares about them, not just as dancers, but as humans.
The Vaganova method is the only method. It's a Russian method. It was created by Agrippina Vaganova, who was a dancer at the Mariinsky Theater. Her career didn't last very long. She retired at the mid-20s, but she created a system. It's an 8-year program from the age of 8 to 18, and she wrote out a syllabus, what you do every single year. It's also the only method that developed to be injury-free. So Russian dancers can dance until 45, 55, 60 years old, not because we're better than anybody else. It's literally because of the training. So there's a certain routine, a certain how you preserve the body throughout that 8-year training that sets you for the rest of your life. And of course, in your Russian company, still continue the Vaganova class throughout their dancing career, so your body does not get as much damage or impact as it would other methods and other companies. For example, nowadays you see a lot of dancers at the age of 10, 12 years old, or even younger, 7 or 8, doing flips and turns and jumps that some of my 15-year-olds cannot do. But the impact that it puts on the kid's body is detrimental. You're pretty much destroying your body. If your muscles are not ready, every time you land on your foot, it damages it goes from your ankle to your knee to your hip and disaligns your whole back. So then you're a kid at the age of 14, 15 years old is with a knee brace and painkillers and Advil every single day because she cannot do class without a knee brace. That's wrong. What do you think is going to happen at 22? So we don't have that. Russian method is the safest method. Vaganova method is the safest method and the only method that developed to be injury-free.
My name is Christopher Hayes, and I've got a 9-year-old daughter who's been dancing here since she was 2. Her name is Victory, and she loves it. This is her primary extracurricular activity, and she just started young and enjoyed coming, and we've enjoyed coming to the shows and have been supporting her throughout all of it. She's fun with the parents. She's loving to the girls and the boys, and then she's tough, and that's a balance that I think you have to have in professional and student dance. We expect it for the Russian especially, and I think that the firmness is something that we're looking for more of, and we're looking for it to be something that further disciplines and strengthens our daughter's resolve, and tests her by fire, and we think we're in the right place.
The kids learn the discipline, and the way Katerina teaches is not practice. It's perfect practice makes perfect.
Now, what do you mean by that?
It means that she doesn't allow the kids to slip and cut corners. Okay? She's firm, she's fair, they laugh a lot, but she doesn't make it, she's not giving a trophy to everybody. Okay? She's demanding that she likes, when you do a dance move, it's got to be perfect. Okay? We don't stop until it's perfect, and we practice perfection.